What makes this exercise unique for your bicep is that we are pre-positioning your arm in shoulder flexion. Your bicep is a shoulder flexor because it crosses the shoulder joint. And what this does is it pre-shortens your bicep, starting it from a position where it's already a little bit contracted. And what that ensures is that when you get to the very top of the range, it's almost maximally contracted because it's getting shortened around two different ends. It's getting shortened from this end and from this end. And what you're going to notice is there's a lot of tension loss at the very top because it's getting shortened around two different joints. What this means for you when you're doing this lift is if you look at my dumbbells right here, I am prepared for a major series of drops. Because what happens is when you combine this time under tension approach with a pre-shortened position, it makes a significant drop off in your strength as we do this. Now, what are the main ways that we maximize all the core principles that blend hypertrophy? Because remember, we don't just look at time under tension. We don't just look at tension, and we don't just look at effort and failure. We look at time under tension with a certain effort, with certain execution going near failure. We're combining all the ingredients together, and that's a big difference. So on this particular exercise, what that means is that you have to be prepared for what's going to happen to you during the set as you lose the ability to generate tension. As a matter of fact, I'll go as far as saying this. If you're doing this concentration curl and there's not a significant loss of your ability to bend your arm towards the end of the set, it means that probably something needs to be changed, meaning either your mind-muscle connection needs to be perfected, either the weight isn't heavy enough, but I want you to bias more towards, am I being precise enough to make it to where I'm completely exhausting my muscle, or I'm having to drop load and change the weight progressively throughout the set? Because I love incorporating drop sets as a part of this time under tension approach to really exhaust and fatigue our muscles, but also maintain good form. Because if you aren't ready for a drop, then your form is just going to get worse and worse as the set progresses. So let's actually go over how to do this thing, because in ARMS 2.0, this is new for us. In the concentration curl, what you're going to do is we're going to use your leg as a mechanism of support. So we're placing your arm on this leg, and the whole goal for your leg is to hold your arm in place. And then as your arm is here, you're going to bend your elbow, keeping the elbow completely still, and you're going to bend your elbow as far as you can without any movement of the limb. One of the most common ways of cheating, even though people don't know they are, is that when you're doing this curl, you'll notice people pushing into their leg and moving their elbow back as they're doing the curl. And what this does is it takes away the whole goal of this exercise, which is to keep that pre-shortened position and maximize that tension throughout the set. The other thing they'll do is the opposite, is as they curl, they'll either take their leg and assist here, or they'll just move their elbow to finish that curl. And as we know, once that elbow moves, it completely negates the entire goal of the exercise, and it takes away a lot of the benefits. So focusing on the details and the execution is a huge deal, combined with the time ratios and with going near failure. All these things have to happen together, and that's why I'm doing